Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me his truth, and salutations to the elect scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. My name is Amon Gabar, back with another lesson, Lord willing, to edify and to feed the lambs of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai through the Holy Spirit, Rakakwadash. Lord willing, this is edifying. Now this is a dream I had, alright? It's not a lesson. It's a dream that I had. And I woke up about like 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. I was, pretty much in shock, I guess. Yeah, Salakia, I just woke up, a little stuffy. But, yeah, I woke up from this dream I had, and the spirit wanted me to bring this out, you know what I'm saying, because this ain't nothing I'm gonna keep to myself, man, for real. And, just, excuse the way I sound, because it's hard to bring it out without, sounding all emotional. So, please forgive me, Salakia. All right. Man. All right, so I'm gonna just hit what I remember. You know what I'm saying? Just gonna hit the details on what I remember in the dream. But hold on one second. Yeah, please forgive me, man. Yeah, I'm saying, but alright. I tried to prep myself to do this lesson or just press record for the past 10, 20 minutes, 10, 15 minutes without being all, emotional. But in my dream, I was in a house, or we was in a house. There was a house, right? And I was sitting down next to somebody that used to be in the truth. We was sitting down, and this person that used to be the truth, he was close to me, or we was close to each other. He not in the truth anymore. Brothers probably know who I'm talking about. He was a dear brother to us. He just bounced, and that was that. Whatever I say, man. It was my cousin. He was the one in the dream that actually taught me about Israel. Like the first time ever. Just a quick little story. The first time ever I heard about Israel, whatever, was through him, going back in the year 2008. And the reason why, well, the Lord gave me a dream back then, and somehow the dream I had in July 2008 lined up with a video I ended up seeing in August, and the video was like a conspiracy video about so-called conspiracy videos about the plans of the New World Order and da-da-da-da-da. And whatever, videos we aware about. But what made this dream life-changing was that in July when I had this dream, and then August of 08, I seen a video that lined up exactly to the dream that I had, to the point where it was chilling. It gave my body chills, and tears started falling from my eyes, and this is before I knew the truth. So from that point on, I knew that there was a God, without a doubt. I knew that there was a Most High without a doubt, because no way in hell I was never, all religious and stuff like that. But I knew there was a God when that dream manifested through this one video I was watching, and that shit shook me, man, for real. So I ended up in August. I ended up this ain't got nothing to do with the dream. I'm just kind of telling you, about this individual. But in August, that's when I went out. I went to this church I used to go to, and I asked them certain questions because of this dream I had, and, blah 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 blah. I kind of was pretty much really looking for answers. So I remember in the back of my mind, my sister telling me about this particular cousin of mine, and she was like, "Oh, such and such be saying the same stuff you be talking about." So it hit me one day to go over there and walk to his house to try to tell him about this dream I had in this video I seen, and then he kind of laughed. Let's just say he laughed, and I was thinking to myself, "Why the hell are you laughing? What the hell? This is some serious shit." So he took me in the house, and he went upstairs, came back down with a Bible and some notepads. And then that's when it all opened up to me. Pretty much, he told me, "Listen, bro, you an Israelite. That was privacy you had. That. And then from there on out, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, I've been in the truth. You know what I'm saying? That very week on Saturday, he said he was going to take me to the camp. And then on our way to the camp, me and him in the car with his mom, because he was gonna drive us to the train station. His mother was gonna drive back. So he was like, "Yo, Gabar, tell your mom that dream you had." I ain't have my Hebrew name back then, but I'm not gonna say my real name, or my so-called slave name. He was like, "Yo, Gabar, tell my mom that dream you had." So as I was about to tell his mother the dream, remember we going to the train station to go to camp in the Bronx. This is when we was in the Bronx. And then as I was about to tell her, we crossed over the stop sign, and boom, a car came and T-boned us straight onto the sidewalk. We did some spinning. It spun our car on the sidewalk, and it was just heavy. Because to this day, that's like a testament of, a testimony of my faith that Yahweh Shem Yahushua showed me since day one. That coming to this truth is going to be dangerous, man. You know what I mean? And of course, I realized that, more later on. I didn't realize that immediately because I haven't even been to the camp yet. I was brand new. Or whatever. And long story short, we still ended up going to the camp. And that's when we got to the camp in the Bronx. There was this one demon. We got videos on him. Apostles called him the Lord of the Flies. He was like a Christian pastor. And, he came up trying to, talking smack. And, he had flies hovering over him. That was my first day at camp. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, this cousin of mine was dead. Excuse me for just. Let me get straight to the dream I had this morning that got me all like this, man. That cousin of mine was in a dream. Me and him was sitting on a chair, I guess a couch, and we was talking. I don't know what the hell we was talking about, but we was just talking, and as we sitting down, there was a room to the left of us, and there appeared somebody dressed in all white. All right, a man dressed in all white just came out of nowhere from that room. That room didn't have a door, it didn't have a window. It was just space. And this person came in from that room. And when he came in, it's almost like it left a teleportation sound. I don't know how that sound, but if you watch a movie and somebody just appear out of a so-called teleportation hole or whatever, that person appeared there. All right. He appeared there, and then when I looked up and when I seen him dressed in all white, he had a white beard, white hair, I immediately fell down to my knees and started crying. You know what I'm saying? I started crying because the person said, "There you go, I was looking for you." That's what the person said to me, The man, excuse me. It's Salakia. the man that was clothed in all white, came up to me, or came up to us and pointed at me and said, "There you go, I was looking for you." So I immediately, in my spirit, knew what was going on, and I dropped to my knees, but in front of him, and started crying. My head down to the ground. I was crying. Like I said, my head down to the ground, just crying, and then my cousin was still sitting on the bench, I guess, looking at us, like what's going on type of thing. Like he didn't know what was going on. He was just sitting next to us while I was just there, crying, man. And then let me try to recollect my dream real fast, because shortly after that, I guess the dream appeared elsewhere, man. Damn. The dream appeared elsewhere in the same house, but in another room, another location. All right. Now, what happened was, after that, either I looked around and there was a room or a place with other people in it. All right. I'm not sure what this room was. But then I looked outside the window, and there was a large multitude. All right. There was a field. There was a field going back. I can't even say how far, but the field it was like a lake. It was a field that had a lake. It had water. It had grass. It had trees. And then in the middle of that field, there was people dressed in all white from the front to the back, just all throughout the field, even on the water. There was even people of that all white, okay, standing on the water, going all the way back. In other words, just because there was a water there, they didn't skip over the water and just continue standing up in line waiting. But it was a whole field of people in white. And next to them, when I looked, there was to the right of them, there was actual sheep, physical sheep, actual like lamb. All right, almost as though as much people there were Israelites. All right, I'm gonna make sure I say that clear. It was Israelites. All right, as much as them that were there standing in that field, so were there sheep, lambs, lined up. And then all the way to the front. So let me get to the dream, to the rest of the dream. As I was walking out the house, I seen to the left, I guess it was killing going on. A laser beam shot out of one of the I guess, I don't know if it was an angel. I don't know if it was the same person that came up to me and said, "I was looking for you," because I didn't see the face. I just walked by and got a glimpse of a laser beam being shot out of their hands, pointing downwards, as if they was killing somebody. So from there, I was walking to the door, and I'm like, I seen a laser beam shot out of his hand. So I'm like, I'm not gonna open the doorknob. I'm gonna shoot the door off. So I'm gonna shoot the door hinges off, like he did. And then I hit it twice. I shot it twice, and it came off with my hand like a laser beam, pew pew, and it fell off. Anyway, I got outside, and there was a bunch of brothers from the New York camp. All right, a lot of brothers from the New York camp. Standing in the front. As soon as I opened the door, they were standing right there. And there was another man. I guess this man could have been an angel talking to them. It's almost like if we were waiting for all of the elect to just be finished, I guess, to come outside and line up and, hear what this man was lecturing or something like that. So I went outside, and I seen a bunch of brothers, and, everybody was standing there, in white, brothers I see all the time, everybody just standing there. So I jumped in the crowd, man, and then I know his dream is a little all over the place, but I'm just trying to recollect this, man. But you know, brothers was standing in the crowd, and then we was talking, and then we looked at the multitude. It was nothing but a bunch of women and children. All right, women and children. I noticed a lot of women and children. I didn't see a lot of men. Not saying that a lot of, no men was there, but there was definitely a lot of women and children. All right, and yeah, and then one thing also too. When I woke up this morning, I sat there or laid there thinking about this, and when I came to my phone, to check the alerts or whatever, I got this image right here was the first image that was on the screen, or it was one of the first alerts that I got from YouTube, uploaded by GMS Kingdom Minded. All right, and when I seen this, I was even more, I was, I guess, crying even more, man. Because the man in the front of the screen represents Yahweh Shah. All right, which took me back to my dream immediately, because I guess in my dream I thought that that individual, or the man clothed in all white with the beard, white beard, was an angel. But if it was an angel, the angel would have told me to get up and not worship him, you know? Just like how he told John the Revelator. Because, like the angel said, I'm your fellow servant, I believe Revelation 19. So that confirmed to me that that man was Yahweh Shah when he came up to me and said, oh, there you go, I was looking for you. He had a real calm, cool spirit on him when he came up to me, man. But I hope this dream was, it made sense, man. And all I could think when I was, excuse me, thinking about it and like, I guess, crying or whatever, was that our labor is not in vain, man. I've never in my life had a dream any of this to this magnitude, to this extent. It was so real, man. But brothers, our labor is definitely not in vain, and Yahweh Shah is coming back, and Yahweh Shah is definitely coming back, and this is real. This is definitely real. All right. Now, yeah, this is the screenshot I took from GMS Kingdom Mind as soon as I woke up, and then, as soon as I opened my phone after, walking around trying to get myself together in the spirit. This is what I seen. So that, amen. Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Let me get one scripture, man. Many of scriptures could have came out, but I don't want to end this lesson without bringing out something. And there's a spirit because I was reading Joel, the 3rd chapter, last night. After Apostle Tar made that video, I was studying Joel, the 3rd chapter. But this is Joel 2:28. It says, and it shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream dreams, and your young men shall see visions. All right, and this is the time we're living in, man, undoubtedly. All right, undoubtedly, because plenty of brothers, all right, many brothers have been having some heavy dreams. Even sisters out there been having dreams. Even your wives, your children, people in the world are having heavy dreams. We living in the end, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai might just come back, may just come back next year, man. Lord willing, I say that, Lord willing, man. I'm not timing the Lord, neither are we, but I pray and hope that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai destroy this place, man, because this devil is making moves, and Yahweh Shai is going to make his move even faster. So with that, I'm going to end and say shalom to the elect.